So we went over these, right? So I definitely would know those. What are the mode of transmission and incubation periods? The varying factors, of hepatocytic viruses. Mechanism of green chronicity of the liver damage and the ability to evolve in carrier state. So what do all these mean? What's the mode of transmission? Why is that important?
How
There you go.
it's correct?
Right, what are the odds that you're actually gonna get it, right? Now, what are the odds one of you all is come into contact with hepatitis A?
Not likely. Wait,
A is
A is the one that you have to go with C?
No, that's, no, see, that's D, that's D.
A is the one where you get vaccinated when you're a baby?
Yes, fecal
So,
oral, that's when you get back there when you're a baby. So odds are, if anybody, especially anybody's traveled anywhere, you guys have probably come across Hep A.
Oh.
Because it's not common, but it's out there, but since you guys have been vaccinated,
So the likelihood of
if you
getting it is not
haven't-
high.
If you haven't been vaccinated and you get in contact and you build immune to it, is that
uh,
something like a?
what do you mean?
similar? Well, if you're not vaccinated and then you're exposed to it, kind of like chickenpox.
Right.
And then you're.
So once you go through the acute infection, would you build immunity for it? Yes, yeah, you get lifelong immunity for that thing. Now remember, some things you get lifelong immunity for, right? Something, that's the way vaccination supposed to work. That's one of the big things with the measles right now, they're worried about now, because the measles has pretty much been eliminated, right? Now it's coming back. And now they're also starting to see, they've done some titers on some adults, and they're starting to worry that maybe it does not give lifelong protection.
Oh yeah, I needed mine. I had my titers done, and my MMR was like non-existent.
So that's another big concern, now that it's coming out, you maybe get some more adults coming down, but I had all mine done too, so.
Yeah, my mom was like very on it with our vaccinations.
My guess is when you all get into the healthcare setting, they're gonna revaccinate you for everything. You might have
Well, to get into nursing school, you need your titers done, and you have to be completely vaccinated.
Oh, okay, so you have to get tighter done? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they won't take your shot after if you.
Yeah.
I need your tighter. I need to get my Hep B tighter done, and then go done. I got it. That's weird. All right, how about mode of transmission of B and C?
Sexual and
Needles.
needles.
This is a reminder.
Blood and
Is that what you say?
blood and fluid.
Sexual.
Blood and fluids, right?
There you go.
Okay. So which one is sexually transmitted, or can be sexually transmitted, B or C?
C.
Huh?
C.
C, B, C.
C.
Like Littleton. Both of them.
Oh.
Both of them can potentially be sexually transmitted. The
But
one they
is
think
C
about,
more
one that appears to be the most easily sexually transmitted is B.
B?
C is theoretically, I guess it's C, but it's not as easily. On the flip side, which one is very easily transmitted? Which one is very virulent?
B.
C.
C is the one that's really easy to catch. I'll tell you about that. There are like one of my father's friends who got it from just a needle stick. I mean, instantaneous needle stick. Got it. So. All right, how long can Hep C live outside the body though? So think of it that way. That goes into mode of transportation. Not incubation period. Mode of transmission though. How long do most viruses live outside the body?
Outside,
Long.
like
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Like seconds?
Seconds? Not that long. Unfortunately, not that easily.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think?
Minutes.
Why you had Mike with me? You should know the answer to this question.
Isn't it like HIV? Like HIV is in it 3 hours?
HIV is pretty quick. There's some people who say that HIV is just the virus itself. Now we gotta go back to some of this too. We'll go back to that. No, we might as well do that. It also depends on what the virus is in. The virus by itself, like you get a lab sample you spilled out somewhere, those tend to be very fragile. HIV like that, probably 5 minutes.
What about HIV in blood?
HIV in blood can be up to 6 hours, I think, or maybe even a day or so. Inside of lots of blood, and that's the problem. What was it
The
about?
non-parafacials and how.
Oh, yeah.
How
Oh,
is that
yeah.
even possible?
What?
Unless you're using the same needles.
It's a needle. They inject
That's
it with-
disgusting.
They're probably using, they would have to be using the same, the
They're
same
brand new,
needle.
they're brand new, like they come packaged and sealed.
Yeah.
You should be
So I
opening
do
it.
you, and then I go and I do you next, and I don't get a new package out, and I do you.
But I mean, how much does a needle cost?
They're like
can't
$30
just
bucks,
use
dude.
a new one.
Literally like $30 for the pen.
Now, okay, let's go back. What is the only way they could have been transmitted then?
That they use the same needle.
Happening.
And it's literally in the same, like the same day.
Or maybe the blood, like they didn't check
Yeah,
it.
I said, I need to go back and look at HIV, and maybe it's the 6 days, I don't know why I'm
In a
thinking.
needle?
Inside of blood, when it's in cases, because it's inside of this, now remember, viruses can get inside of cells too. And when they're inside of the cell, they're gonna
Oh,
last a lot
from
longer
them
than.
and put it
From
on
than
them?
exposed
Yeah,
virus.
and just spin it.
So if it's in blood inside of a cell.
So, because when you do them, you draw the blood from the patient,
Right.
spin it, that's different. So I understand
So it
that.
can't be
So it
their
had to be
blood.
the same needle.
Has to be, that's all I can see, had to be the same needle, or the same syringe, but more than likely the
Yeah,
same.
because my question too was how do they know it's the same virus and you said because it's a mutation?
Yeah, well, they can do DNA sequencing on it, they can get the viral, different viral.
So it came from the same person.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's crazy.
So how about Hep C then?
What about it?
In blood?
Not in blood. Okay, so this is the problem with IV drug users too, because what do IV drug users do before they inject?
Sure, no.
They share needles, but same thing you're talking about. They're
They
gonna
draw it
inject
up.
They draw it up in blood first.
Yeah.
So you're filling the whole thing up with blood, and then they put it back in, so.
Oh.
And remember, inside of a needle, is there any blood still inside of a needle after you're
Yeah.
done injecting?
Oh, I didn't know people that do heroin do that. They pull out their blood.
Mhm.
Why?
I thought they just like cook it
Yeah.
with a spoon.
Yeah, they usually cook it in, they usually put it in there, and then they usually stick it in, they usually pull up a little bit of blood to mix it in with
Oh, to
the.
make sure they got a vein?
Yeah, and
Oh.
well, I don't know, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't have any practical experience. I just know that they lots of people to mix it in it, maybe so they don't get as much of it concentrated right off the bat. I don't know. I will.
I thought it was just like a spoon in water.
I did too, like I didn't think.
I've seen
The one-
train spotting.
Mhm.
I've seen train spotting.
Well, I knew I knew a guy who was an IV drug user, and he died from
Hep.
liver failure from hepatitis C. Actually died from one over. Okay, so transmission. Where's I going with this? How about Hep C? HIV. Do you have to worry about HIV if you live with a roommate or a partner or anybody else that has HIV?
No.
Not really. How about sharing like glasses?
No.
No.
How about sharing
I-
razors and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
I
look
mean,
careful with
just
that.
in general hygiene.
Right.
You should be careful with that.
So, but if you went in there, and it had been a week since they shaved, and you really had to shave, you're like, we gotta shave. What do you think the odds are?
Not
Oh,
likely.
Probably pretty slim, pretty slim. How about hepatitis C?
Likely.
Like they have,
How
Yeah.
long do you think hepatitis C stays viable outside the
He
body?
said it's more weird.
they said 10 days, isn't it? 10 days.
10 days? You see it for,
Weeks? What?
What the heck?
Oh, wow.
they found it viable for up to 3 weeks.
Outside
That's
of the
why,
body.
because you
Inside-
said it for
inside-
fomites, right?
Theoretically, but it's gotta get inside the blood.
Inside blood or outside of the body or just
Oh,
like
outside.
outside?
The hepatitis C can actually survive outside
By itself?
by itself, yeah.
So it's not just fomites, it has to
But
be.
it has to be blood. So they tell you if you have a roommate or partner or anybody else that has Hep C, Hep C, do not use their razors, do not use, not get like kind of micro, this is just gross, don't share toothbrushes, that's just gross anyway. Have your own toothbrush. All right. Mechanism, degree, and chronicity of liver damage. Which one of these are chronic? Which of the two? We already went over that. I already put your stats up. About,
Well, Hep C is like terrible now too, right?
okay, that's one thing I want to talk about. I just saw the ad this morning about 2 o'clock.
Infomercials.
Which one? No. Which one?
B.
Which one is chronic? Is A chronic? How about E?
I didn't know there was any.
Oh, no, here.
I was out. I was out on Friday.
Okay, Hep C, Hep B are both chronic. Which one is more apt to go chronic on you?
B.
No.
C.
C.
What?
But you can stop it,
What
right?
did you take last Friday?
I was out.
It's on my notes, I just saw it.
Like
Yeah.
10%.
Most people can cure Hep B.
Oh.
Okay.
On their own?
Yeah, that's only about, you only get about 5 to 10% of people get chronic hepatitis B.
And then what? There's like medications for Hep C, right?
You like
the-
you can clear that on your own?
Because
B?
can kill you, right, in 10
Yeah.
years? You had a 10-year?
It depends, it goes chronic on you.
Like John
And then
said.
what can chronic lead to? And usually it's due to inflammation, because this is a This isn't a latent infection. What's a latent infection?
It's hidden.
It stays hidden, right, and comes out. Chicken pox, right?
Shingles.
Shingles. Shingles is a latent virus. Hep C is not. It's slowly being made the whole time. You get this chronic inflammation and this chronic inflammatory response. That's what leads to what over time?
Liver damage,
But
cirrhosis.
how would it do it? How do you think it would damage it over time? If you guys know about the immune system and long-term infections?
Maybe not knowing you have Hep C?
Well, if you didn't know it, most people don't. I don't think anybody here born before, wait, hold on. Anybody here get any tattoos before 1991?
No.
We're even born.
You were?
I know, like, way before. That's when they actually switched over the tattoo parlors, had to start using disposable instruments and autoclaving and all that stuff. So before that, they were somewhat unregulated. Where was I? Okay, so what is the mechanism, guys? So you obviously don't clear the infection, right? That's why it goes chronic, so you don't have a robust immune response enough to clear the infection. So now it's a chronic, low-level, asymptomatic. The disease itself is asymptomatic. What does acute hepatitis look like?
Isn't that what the yellow mean?
Jaundice?
So I'm talking about, what are the symptoms of that? I went over before. So looking at A is kind of the classic acute hepatitis
Well,
symptoms.
don't they also like get the, what is it called when you lose like a lot of weight in your face?
Well, you get
I forgot what it's called.
Gaunting. You get what's it called, Gaunting?
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about though.
Yeah, but that's not so much acute. That's usually something that takes a little bit longer.
I would think fever,
Fever.
inflammation,
Okay, what?
liver for sure, but maybe joints, maybe?
Classic symptoms are going to be fever,
Uh-huh.
just general viral fever, hepatomegaly,
What's that?
which is a giant swollen
Oh.
liver, and then jaundice because you block the bile flow from the hepatomegaly.
I was thinking joints because of your immune response. Right?
Yeah, but that takes it. But that's this is the acute.
Oh, cute, not chronic. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So some people get acute have acute B and C infections. Other people are asymptomatic from the get-go. So if you had acute B, you would probably get it looked at, right?
Yeah.
If you had acute C, you would also get it what?
Looked at.
Looked at, and they would start treatment. A lot of people don't go through either one of those. So the mechanism, the degree, we talked about, B is what? Not nearly as apt to go chronic on you, right? C really is. But how do you get that liver damage?
Inflammation.
So what would inflammation do?
Stop,
It wouldn't allow your liver to function
But why? How does it cause the damage, guys?
because it can't filter. It's all swollen.
How does it cause the liver damage, though?
What do you
by
mean?
something that it's the cytokines.
Hmm?
Something that's releasing or attracting.
Slowly releasing virus over time, guys, with low-level chronic inflammation in your liver. It doesn't really show up much on even normal blood work. So why does it cause problems?
Eventually it gets.
I thought it's because it couldn't filter properly, so it's not releasing the things that it needs to or
And that's
bring
at the very end.
in.
That's when it's damaged. How is it going to cause
Scarring and
damage?
stuff
Start
How?
damage.
because of the inflammation. I don't know. I give up.
What do y'all
Maybe
think?
we take a receptor or something that's not.
What is a chronic inflammatory response over time? We talked about this before. We thought maybe it was an A&P. What's going to happen with your immune system? What does your immune system do?
Attack it.
It goes after things and it causes pro-inflammatory response, right? So
Right.
now, once you reach a point, you're going to have certain cells in your liver start making fibroblasts. And what are
What are-
fibroblasts?
Well, it sounds like it destroys something.
It's scarring. So you get to the point where if you turn, your liver can repair physical damage, right? If I go and hack it off, that'll grow back.
Yeah.
If you, just like cirrhosis for any other reason, if you start scarring it because of this immune response, you start replacing healthy hepatocytes with fibroblasts, scar tissue. And that's what happens slowly over time with these until you reach a
And
point
it's irreparable.
where you lose, well, not irreparable, scarring is irreparable, for the most part. They think that you can maybe repair at least functionality, but you don't remember how much of your liver you can lose before you lose, where you start getting
Function?
symptomatic?
Is it 40%?
30%?
How much do you lose before you start noticing physiologically?
30 or 40%.
30, 40?
Oh, wow.
What?
Once you cross about 75% damage, that's when you really start having issues. The liver's really good at doing its job.
So that's when you start feeling sick.
That's when you start getting symptomatic for whatever kind of liver damage you have.
75.
So how do you test for chronic?
How do you test? We want to,
Is it-
maybe we haven't
The-
had a test yet. Let's wait and see if we can test it in a minute. We'll go
It's
with
the
that.
bun, no?
Elevated delivering thing?
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'll get that in a second, hold on. I think it's later. All right, so let's, I don't want to spend too much. So it's just that chronic inflammatory response is what causes damage from these guys. Okay? The ability to evolve to carrier state is what? Some of these, you don't, some people never, does everybody get liver damage and cirrhosis and hepatocellular carcinoma from hepatitis C or B infection?
No.
No, a lot of people are just carriers at that point, and they never even know they have it until they do an autopsy on them. They look at their liver, they're like, whoa.
So they don't, it doesn't affect them, huh?
Their liver's able to maintain it to the point where they don't really have it, it never progresses that far. All right, so what's the fun thing? Mr. Hepatitis caused by viral insertion in the host cell genome, resulting in death of the cell.
Not like-
What do y'all think?
Sounds false.
Yeah?
Oh,
Oh,
Is that-
it's
I'm
not.
agreeing to take it
it's
out.
not-
False. Now, the rationale, some forms of hepatitis are caused by, that was the key, it just said hepatitis. What does hepatitis mean?
Inflammation.
It's the
Inflammation.
liver. We've already talked about alcohol-induced hepatitis, there's drug-induced hepatitis, there's viral-induced hepatitis. Oh, they're all right there. Right. So, what is direct cell injury? This is what we were just talking about this right now, guys. We're talking about two different ways you can damage. The initial infection is gonna go into a chronic, not latency, lytic phase, where you get what?
Cell injury.
That acute phase, you're gonna get just direct cell death, right? And that's what I talked about here. Later on, if you go through long-term chronic stage, you get induction immune response against viral antigen. They're always there, they're always being displayed, your immune system's gonna keep doing what?
Okay.
Going after them, right? As long as those MHC class 1 molecules are displaying those things up there, you're gonna have this chronic infections, chronic inflammatory response. All right, so alcohol-induced fatty liver disease, what's that from?
From either alcohol or you could be born with it, right?
Nope.
Yeah?
You can get it for
I don't know.
diet too.
Yeah.
What is it? This is the
Diet.
biggest one you guys are gonna be running across when you guys get to work.
Diet.
Diet, it's gonna be, because what happens with the liver?
It's overworked.
Too much sugar is what happens, what does your liver do, guys? This is.
Stores it.
Stores it as what?
Fat.
Not first, what?
Oh.
Glycogen.
Ah.
And when it runs out of the capacity to store glycogen,
Lipid.
kind of like a little, you got little warehouses in there, it's full of glycogen, no more glycogen, what does it switch it to?
Fat.
Fats, and that's when you start having this fatty liver disease. So it can be alcohol-induced or not. What is alcoholic hepatitis? Oh, these are all alcohol-induced, man, we're gonna get rid of fatty liver, sorry.
Oh.
These are, fatty liver, if, 98% of all heavy drinkers have fatty liver, period.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, just because your liver's been too much
Overworking
time
the process
trying to
of
process the
alcohol.
alcohol,
It's not
that it starts
good.
turning everything into fat.
Like your food. Even if you're a healthy eater, it'll do. Okay.
Yep, 98%. Plus or minus, for statistical variation.
Okay.
Now, most of them stay at that point. The next step, alcoholic fatty liver disease, is gonna be alcohol-induced hepatitis, if you go step by step by step. So alcohol-induced hepatitis is gonna be what?
Your liver is.
Cirrhosis?
Massive
Oh, no,
inflammation
cirrhosis
from
is it.
alcohol, just the damage in the.
There's no cirrhosis yet.
Toxic
Yeah.
stress.
I saw that. I was like, damn it.
10% damage?
Not yet. Okay, so let's also go back this one.
I'm
Is this
skipping
one
steps.
reversible at this stage?
Yes.
Yes, in about 2 to 6 weeks, this will completely reverse. You quit drinking. Alcoholic hepatitis. This
It's
can-
harder, but it is, right?
This can be reversible as well. But alcoholic hepatitis can also be fatal, just alone. This can progress to acute liver failure. It just gets too swollen and you die. Okay? But this can be reduced, but there's probably, I'm gonna say probably, pretty much for sure, there's gotta be some long-lasting liver damage. So if you don't abstain for the most part after this, you're probably gonna still be in trouble. and you more rapidly progress. Okay? But this is reversible, and a lot of the damage is reversible. Now, before you get to this, you get to what? Fibrosis, right? You get to fibrosis. You get liver fibrosis. What is liver fibrosis?
Scarring.
That's when you start scarring. This, they say, depending on who you look to and talk to, may be somewhat reversible. You may fix some of that damage if it stops there. Cirrhosis is then what?
Complete scarring.
Cirrhosis is complete scarring and loss of function. This is permanent. This cannot be reduced as of yet. They are trying and trying and trying to find ways to get this to reduce. You know, multi-million-dollar industry if you can do it. But as of right now, they cannot reverse that. The scarring, and once the scarring gets to the point where you start losing all the function, that's where you have issues. All right. So metabolism of alcohol, let's go through this right here. It's directly absorbed in the stomach. Some of it, the rest of it's going to be in the liver, the liver, the small intestine. What's your ADH system? Anti-diuretic hormone? How would that come into play here?
The fluid, if you're gonna, excrete fluids or something.
Is anti-diuretic hormone?
No.
What is it?
Shit.
Alcohol dehydrogenase, I already went over.
Um,
Okay, this NAD plus NADH and increased lactic acid production can damage it. This is gonna be what? Remember I talked about acetaldehyde and free radical production? You can't deal with all these things if you can't produce enough alcohol dehydrogenase or the next step. Aldehyde dehydrogenase, you can get a buildup of acetaldehyde, you can get a bit of a free radical. And then what do peroxisomes do?
there's those little things I can't remember.
Aren't you gonna fix?
I-
Peroxisomes break down what?
Damn it, I knew it.
Actually, all this goes on inside the blood, the peroxisome, all this damage. I mean, all this metabolism, what do they do?
I don't remember, but I know they broke down something.
They break down hydrogen peroxide and a lot of those free radicals. But they also.
Oh, peroxide, peroxisomes, that's how you word it. Breaks.
What do I want to go back to this before I stop? There's something else. There's something else. Dang it. Oh, I don't know, let me think about this, my brain's getting bad. We were talking about the Hep C drug, I just saw that new one on there, this is not Gilead's drug, it's a new one. 98% cure rate, which is almost unheard of. I don't know how to
Didn't you
talk
tell
to
us
this
that
board.
in micro too?
Yeah, they what?
Didn't you tell us that in micro too?
Yeah, but this is a new one, I just thought this was good. The first one was Gilead's drug. Gilead's drug was, I think, 96%. This is 98% for almost all of the strains too, which is even better. God, what was I gonna bring up? No, I don't remember, I'll think about it in a minute, all right. Symptoms, biliary.
Where are you?
I want to look at. We'll get back to these, I may have these on these a little bit later on. Let's go with symptoms first, then I'll go back to the different one. So intrahepatic biliary disease, what does that mean? Where is that going to be affecting you?
Liver.
In the liver itself, right? So symptoms of this are going to be unexplained pruritus or itching, weight loss and fatigue. How come? What do you think? What caused these? Let me go back down to just things I want to look for. Wait, let's keep that one.
So what was your question?
Early symptoms, so this is going to be early symptoms of intrahepatic biliary disease, which means your liver's having issues.
Uh-huh.
Unexplained pruritus or itching, weight loss and fatigue.
And your question is what?
What would be causing these symptoms?
Maybe weight loss because your liver can't convert it to glycogen and it can't store it. Maybe.
Because it's like swelling and like it's pressing, like you feel full faster. Don't
A lot of
Oh,
times
that's
you feel
it.
full all the time. You also can start producing different different other molecules to just get rid of weight loss, to get rid of your appetite. So most people with alcoholic liver disease start losing their appetite.
And itching? What's that about?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, is it because of the
Which one, this one?
itching? Yeah.
Why would it be itching?
Is it
Histamine?
the
Pain?
that bile thing goes back into your?
Well, you can't get rid of a lot of the toxins, and this also happens with kidney disease. These toxins get in the blood, and a lot of times that's gonna cause widespread itching.
Okay.
Fatigue, why would that be?
Hmm.
What does your liver make lots and lots of?
Energy.
Possibly.
You're gonna have trouble breaking down metabolizing a lot of different things, right? So you're not gonna have, it's just a widespread effect.
Is your body
Protein
just
is not
working
making
harder?
certain enzymes, you're not making,
Is your body just working harder too to try and?
Or it's not making the enzymes to.
Could be, because a lot of it is just, you're just going through the metabolic slowdown, a lot of it. Dark urine and pale stools, why does that happen?
You're not
It's
much.
easy,
Maybe not.
metabolic issues.
Dark urine, because you're not filtering or
You're not
kidneys
filtering,
are-
what did I say, we went over this,
Yeah, we did.
like,
The beginning.
bile. So you're supposed to have bilirubin in your,
Bilirubin, that's what it's
in your
called.
urine.
No.
No.
No, if you have bilirubin in your urine, it's gonna start turning dark. So you have big problems, also urobilirubin, which is another drinking product.
So it has
Because-
nothing to do with filtering, it's the bilirubin that makes it.
It's right, yeah, it's not the filtering, this point, it's not the filtering, because are your kidneys okay?
Yeah.
To an extent, there's also a thing called hepatic renal failure, where your kidneys start to fail, right?
I've heard of
a little
that.
later on. Why pale stools?
Because you don't have the bilirubin there.
Right, you're not producing bile, you're not producing bile, bile is what gives the stool its color, right? And then jaundice, we talked about what?
The yellow.
That's actually the bilirubin showing up in the light areas of your skin. That's all that's in here. So we talked about this, right? Cirrhosis? Really? Fibrosis? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Oh, this is a perfect part for it. All right. Stephen talks about it in a minute. All right. So manifestations of cirrhosis. Do most people who have cirrhosis know it?
No.
No, until it gets what?
Really bad.
Really bad.
Really, really bad, right? Okay. So weight loss sometimes masked by ascites. What is ascites? Anybody? Where? Abdomen. It's
What did
also
she
fluid
say?
buildup.
Fluid buildup.
Yes, so you lose that albumin. Sitting over here. There's ascites right there. We'll just
And
jump
it's
over
only in
there.
the abdomen?
Huh?
It's only in the abdomen?
Let's do it.
Yes, in this particular case, ascites is in the abdominal cavity.
Oh.
And that's why you can mask weight loss, because you may not be eating, you may be losing muscle mass, right?
Oh.
But you're starting to get filled up with fluid, so it can mask that part.
Is that what's beer belly? Like,
Yeah, that's what it, not beer belly is a little, there's a little different. And you guys will learn about that, I think, later on. If you push on something that's fat,
uh-huh.
you don't get too much movement on the other side, right?
Right.
The fat just kind of sucks your hand like a ball.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a bunch of fluid in there and you push on one side, what's going to
That
happen?
is gonna,
It's gonna push you on the
yeah.
other side.
Oh.
There's different ways you guys can learn to go through. Weakness, again, you're not making all the proteins, you're not making all the albumin you need. Anorexia is what?
Not eating.
Not
Oh.
getting the.
Lots of
nutrients.
weight, right? Because of,
You're
No nutrients.
you're not
full.
getting enough food.
You're full, yeah.
Diarrhea or constipation, this can be both. Hepatomegaly I talked about, that's a what?
Inflammation liver, huge
Inflammation
inflammation.
of the liver, however, I got a but here. What happens later on with cirrhotic patients?
Pancreas?
No, you can't get chronic pancreatitis with it.
The spleen?
Go back to it in a minute. Spleen, you can get splenomegaly too, yes. Hey, John, we talked about abdominal pain. When do you get abdominal pain?
When the liver inflames?
When the liver gets inflamed, right? You get hepatomegaly, you start pushing on that outer capsule. Okay? What's portal hypertension? I know we went over that already, didn't we? Am I confusing this with AMP?
Is that your hepatic portal?
Yeah, so hepatic portal, what happens with hepatic, portal hypertension?
You're not.
How many veins go into your liver?
3, 2.
One. 2?
Two, yeah,
Two.
two veins being
Two.
assisted in
Like
the
there's
liver, right?
3.
Yeah, there's 3, but only 2 go in,
One
1
vein
comes
system
out.
that comes out, that's the hepatic vein.
Yeah.
You have the hepatic artery brings blood to it.
And the portal.
Portal hepatic vein brings what?
The nutrients.
We just went from this last week. What is the purported?
Brings it into it.
From the intestinal region, right?
Yeah.
That brings all that first pass effect.
Pass,
Okay,
first pass,
once you get
damn it.
scarring inside of your liver, are you gonna be able to move that extra blood through that liver very well? Those caniculi, everything else? No, so it starts to back up. That's portal hypertension.
Back up in the liver.
First
Yeah.
pass backup, right?
Yeah, huh?
First pass backup.
Not first pass, it just starts backing up.
But it's like the
So-
first pass
so the
portal
blood
gets it
doesn't-
Well,
first?
yeah, yeah.
That's how I can like associate it?
If you do, I would just notice from the portal vein where that's coming from. Aside that you talked about, now the other problem, again, if you start backing everything up, where's that fluid gonna go?
Back into you.
So part of it's gonna cause the site to more, you're gonna push more fluid out, right? That's why it tends to be in the belly more. Then you're losing albumin, so you're getting more. Now, what's splenomegaly?
Your
Spleen
spleen
is the
freaks
spleen.
out.
Because the blood from the spleen also goes into the where?
Portal.
The liver too, right?
Yeah,
Because
liver.
you're getting rid of those red blood cells, now you're backing that up. What are esophageal varices?
What's a Pharisee?
Yeah.
What?
What's a Pharisee?
Veins.
Oh, okay.
Veins?
Yes, you have these varices, well, esophageal is where they open up, where they burst.
Of the veins.
Yeah. So what happens, a lot of this portal hypertension, you have a lot of blood system, where's your liver? Right here, right?
Up there? Wasn't it like right here, under your
No,
rib cage?
right here. It's high up, if you could, only a little piece of, go to your ribs.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, that's my rib right there. Big belly, maybe. Stick it out. Yeah, right there, look over. Unless it's swollen, and
Oh,
then
that's
it'll be
my
hanging
stomach.
down here, and I don't want that. So,
Oh.
esophageal varices, you start, so you get this portal hypertension, you start making more vessels up here that are very superficial in your esophagus. And the pressure goes up and up and up in those, and it gets too high, those very fragile, very close.
So when
to
you
the
have
surface.
hypertension, you get the esophageal.
Nothing, not hypertension, this is portal hypertension, yeah. Not just regular hypertension.
So
No, that's what I'm saying,
only,
when you get portal hypertension, you get the esophageal.
Yes,
varices.
varices, and they will boom, and they can rupture at some point. And if you are not near a hospital, you will bleed out before you hit the ground.
Call them broken capillaries.
Like I knew a guy who, okay, well, I knew a guy, they found him, he had undiagnosed cirrhosis, and they found him on his kitchen floor with blood just all over the floor.
wow.
I guess I knew.
Did he survive? Oh, okay, there you go.
No, that's the problem, let me before you do this, can you all do this real quick for me, I'll do mine, do mine.
Yeah.
My review thing, so I can just get out, remember, I've got 5 kids in Harvard. I pay for that. And I didn't pay them. Real quick, this shouldn't take that long.
I don't know.
Where was I in this? Pain.
Pain.
This right here.
Yeah.
This is what's kind of weird about the way this book has this year. We can read over more. Initially, especially when you go through hepatitis in the early stage of liver disease, you get a swollen liver and you can get abdominal pain from that. After the liver starts to really scar and get those nodules on it,
Uh-huh.
it actually starts to shrink.
Wow. Like atrophy?
You lose, yes, you lose.
Wow.
So you do not have hepatomegaly. That's why a lot of people don't know they have it. Because there's no, and the pain is caused by the stretching of the capsule. Once it starts to go down, a lot of times there's not much pain, or maybe a gnawing sort of. But anyway, all right.
And we're going to testing later, right?
Yeah, I'll look at it later. If we don't get to the other one, I'll make sure. We have 2 more days. That's why they want to have another test.